Need to kickstart your business? Save when you purchase an email address that matches your GoDaddy domain.
Oh my God. Sorry, guys. What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades and welcome back to the channel. Now, Powell and Trump beef intensifies. Meanwhile, US indices are melting up in a weak sector environment across the board, which is hella weird. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum could be setting up for a big surprise, but Solana is stealing the show this week, you guys. Before we jump in, make sure you like the video and subscribe. If you're new here, hit the bell so you never miss when I come live to do the breakdowns with you. All right, everyone. So yeah, yesterday S&P 500 and NASDAQ both closed at record highs. Yet again, S&P was up 0.1% and NASDAQ was up like 0.4 or something. Now, Bitcoin is still ranging. Ethereum is reaching a pivotal point while Solana was lagging and now it catches up. Now, we know better than everyone that rotations like this are very common in the crypto markets conditions that we're currently finding ourselves in, right? So you'll be seeing decoupling, you'll be seeing lagging assets catching up. All these things are completely normal. Now, in terms of the new drama with Powell, you guys, let's have a look real quick. I was tweaking earlier because an ad switched on since now I have ads on YouTube. Anyway, so what do we have here? Well, basically, we have one of the Republicans. Her name is Anna Paulina Luna. She submitted a criminal referral to the DOJ, Department of Justice, alleging Powell made materially false claims under oath about the lavish renovations of the Fed Eccles building. Now, specifically denying VIP amenities that were like marble finishes, terrace gardens, which contradicted with official planning documents. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, this move aligns with the broader efforts of Trump and his allies to pressure Powell over interest rates decisions. Now, this is happening, but currently there is no criminal charges guaranteed as of yet. So such as, the actions like this are really underscoring like grower political interference, in my opinion. So let's see what happens. However, even though we're having these news catching up right now with us, we still, let me see if you can see actually. Okay, you can't see that. So I'm going to have to put it up here. But even though we have the news that we're seeing right now, there is no zero guarantees that we're going to see any. Hold on, let me. Okay, here it is. Let me see if you can. Yeah, all right. So yeah, no rate cuts. No rate cuts in July. Basically, we're sitting at 97.4% chance of no rate cuts in July, which we're basically right now days away from. Right, we're days away from this new decision. So I don't think that that's going to be the case or that's going to happen for this month. They might be pressuring him, they might do a lot of things, but we're not going to see anything happening in July. Although Powell is speaking today, and someone told me that there are rumors of him potentially resigning today. Now, I don't know if that's true and if that's going to happen, but if that happens, this is going to be a massive shakeout. Now, which direction the shakeout is going to be, I have absolutely no clue, because when stuff like this happens, it usually brings uncertainty, but it can also indicate that we might be getting rate cuts sooner than expected. So this is what we're looking at today. Now, let me say hi to everyone in the chat over here. You guys, we've just restarted the chat. Start chatting in. I used to love that show. Good morning. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you here before. We have Philip, Crypto Cello, Crypto Love, Wolfie Wissy, JSec, Tywald, Mark, Dodgy, Boruto is here as well, Stanimir, MD as well, Gogo, you guys, Black Swan, good morning everyone, so great to see you. How are you feeling all today? Well, obviously, if you're on Discord, you would have had the morning update today from me. And if you're not on Discord, we're gonna go and have a look at it again. But if you want to come on Discord, this is your chance. All you need to do is come and click more on the video, and then you're going to be able to see whatever you want to get, right? If you want to get on Discord, you can find the link over here. If you want to get my trading indicators or whatever, everything is down here below for you guys. Cool. Now let's start with Bitcoin, because Gabby's doing God's work. Yes. Yes, Blair. Casablunt is a hero. Let's go. Yes, everyone loves Casablunt also on Discord, because he gave a generational Melania call. It was just so good, so on point. You know, and I've been trying to talk to him to tell me exactly why he entered there and what's the reason. And his method is so simple, but it's so effective, right? He's like more of a swing person, but it's so effective. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that Casablunt also pulls some videos for us in the mentorship, right? So you're also gonna see his trading style as well. Well, I haven't really asked him if he wants to do that, but he'll do it. He'll do it. Yeah, he does, big time. All right, cool. So first of all, we're looking at Bitcoin right now. Okay, cool. So we've been in this range. Everyone that knows how I trade my system, you guys understand that once we have a swing high and a swing low within a range, we form basically the current price range that we are trading. Now, everyone from my community also knows that I'm short Bitcoin from over here. 0.786 essentially of the range. I have been short Bitcoin. Why? Because as soon as we created this gap over here in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, whether it was an opening gap or not, I cannot tell you. But whatever, we have a massive gap over here in the futures market. So I was really expecting for that gap over here to be tapped, and I still expect that, right? Especially now that we have pretty much started the week and we're rejecting from the 0.5. You guys know better than anyone. What does that mean? Well, that means that the range needs to exit to the downside. Now, the thing that I can hope for, and all of us can hope for, is that this price is going to hold at around this gap area. So the gap area is going to serve as a support for us so we can re-enter for more longs. Because if the gap doesn't hold and we start getting acceptance below it, right, that would mean that at the very minimum, we're going to fulfill the gap at around 112,000. Right, 112,000 is going to be one area for me to watch. And also with the help of my indicators, again, I can see that there is a lot of support holding down here, which is at 110,000, which is also going to be a retest of the breaker block yet again, right? This is a breaker block. Why is that a breaker block, you guys? Let's have a look. Well, this used to be a sell zone. Right? We had a sell from at once. So what is that? It was a supply zone, right? It was a supply zone. So we had sold off from so many times, and eventually we broke through it. Now that makes it a point of interest for me for a re-entry. So here was the tap over here after the break, clean break, then a small tap into it. You're in, right? Essentially, if you're too late at that point, this was going to be your further entry. We did have more entries down below here from the previous range. You guys know, the ones that have been with me for a while know very well, and the ones that are not, you guys are welcome, and make sure you subscribe so you never miss the things that I'm giving you guys, because they're quite good, I feel. All right, cool. So yeah, that's that. So I'm expecting that price should hold around that area, because if it doesn't, the alts are gonna start puking a little bit more. But what is the time right now? Well, think of it like this. Alts are starting to run. We've had like 10 days or something, you know, from the middle of July, whatever. We have been just running up like crazy. Now think about all these new people that are coming right now. They're downloading the apps, right? They're starting to trade. They're, you know, getting on Coinbase or whatever. And then they're just like, oh my God, FOMOing in the markets now. it is the rite of passage, you guys, that they have to lose, just like we did back in the days. You know, in my opinion, this is they have to go through the pain that everyone has gone through, and this is usually the moments when this happens. Right, when everything is in extreme greed. We had a massive run, so a pullback is pretty much due right now to punish these people that are FOMOing in right now, right? The newbies. So yeah, that's what I think. And you know, Bitcoin is not looking too great right now. It's not looking too great. We're having the true week open over here within the range. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And for me, that's a good thing because it's going to show me that whichever way the price decides to go from here, which according to our strategy is going to be down, this is going to be essentially a manipulation move for then price to run back up. So this is what I want to see, right? This is what I want to see. Now, having all this in mind, looking at Ethereum, confirmations, right? Confirmations. I'm going to teach you this model and how to get the confirmation on multiple time frames whatsoever. But Ethereum had a confirmation short even on the 1 hour. No, sorry, this is 30-minute down here. Perfect confirmation, drop, retest, send it back again, even second chance over here. So that's on a 30-minute, which I usually, you know, when price is that strong, I'm not looking for that sort of confirmation, right? I want to see the 4-hour time frame. How is the 4-hour time frame playing at the very minimum? So there you go. We're having the first confirmation short. Okay, from here on, right, just before we have reached, by the way, just before we have reached the 0.786, which, you know, according to our strategy is what a sell zone. And we can see that so many times, right? We can see it here, we can see it here, we can see it here, and potentially we might be seeing it here, right? Clearly a supply zone over here. Actually, balanced price action right now, if I'm not wrong. Hold on, is that a wick? Yes, I'm wrong. There is absolutely nothing here, but probably like an inversion over here happening. So yeah, whatever it is, this is a supply zone right now that we are selling off from. So it all makes sense. Going back on the daily time frame, supports that I'm interested in, right? First one is over here. This one over here, 3,524. I think there's too many. Yeah, 3,524. We have another one over here that I failed to mark for some reason. So let's go ahead and mark it down here. Another daily support at 3,368. So this is in an event that we hold the gap. You guys, does that make sense? If we hold the gap, these areas here should be the ones holding. Does that make sense? You guys, let me know in the chat box, and make sure you keep the chat box active because that really helps the video. And I don't know what the hell happened yesterday, but I'm like down like 10 subscribers yesterday. I don't know, is it because I showed my quant and everyone was like, no, we're dog people? But yeah, or maybe bots. Was I attacked by bots? Like, I don't know what the hell, but I really didn't like it. Anyway, so this is pretty much it here for ETH. These are the areas that I'm looking to hold if we hold the gap. Now, if we start losing the gap, then I'll be looking for a deeper retraces. Now, let's have a look from the high. What sort of percentages are we looking for in terms of like a deep pullback? Now, alts can pull back around 20%, right? 20-30%, they will still be super bullish. But this is the thing that, you know, a lot of people don't understand. Like, if alt starts to pull back like 20%, 30%, people are absolutely gonna lose their mind. And it shouldn't be the case because we're bullish, right? And a pullback like that is going to like wipe out any late longs. It's something that is going to be actually completely healthy. So I'm so for that, to be honest with you. And considering the fact that all the alts are right now in a supply zone, it only makes sense. right? I mean, look at that. Say down 5% on the day, Fed 6.3. You know, big time 4.4, render 5.4, CETUS 5.6, GRT near 4.6. You know, CAS has been doing quite well actually, but again, it's almost at the 0.5. Look, we have liquidity to the upside. We have liquidity to the upside. So there is really nothing to worry about. But are we at a point of a supply zone? Yes, we are. It's really as simple as that. Now, since we're on a daily, let's give a mark also for CAS as well over here. 0.101 over here for CAS. That would be nice. Let's have a look from the high to over there. That's going to be around 15. Can it go deeper to around 20? Yes, it can. Absolutely. Breaker blocks over here. A lot of you know, demand zones that we could face over here. So, you know, it only makes sense for that to happen, right? Yes. So remember what we said last week, right? We remember what we said. We want ETH BTC to start dropping from this level. This is what we said, right? The level was over here, 0.03185. So as soon as we tapped in that level, I tried to prepare you guys last week, right? So don't say I don't do anything for you. Never say that. All right, I've decided I'm not going to give you signals. I'm just going to educate you. I'm going to give you the areas and you make up your own minds. This is what this is supposed to be, educational content entirely. Just trying to give you value as much as I can. So yeah, I hope you guys appreciate all that, right? Because it makes sense. So yeah, ETH BTC over here. If you know, you know. If you've watched, you watched. If you have seen that and if you see that it works, make sure you like the video. Make sure you leave the comments also below the video because that helps. All right. Yeah, you guys are welcome completely. All right, let's have a look at the dollar real quick over here. All right, dollar still reacting from zones, rejecting right now. Let's have a look if this is going to hold right now. 12-hour. Let's have a look on the even though, you know, technicals on Dixie don't really work that great, but yeah, we still need to be sure that we keep an eye on it. I wouldn't classify this as a V-shaped recovery. I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not going to. Bitcoin dominance increasing right now on the day, which is interesting. Still very bearish, still targets to the downside, right? Still looking at 54, 50, 55% for this. So excited about this as well, right? On this pullback right now, looking at the zones, maybe a rejection from 61.5, 62% almost. A rejection would make sense from here, right? That would make sense. So yes. Hello, Diamond Eyes. On a pullback, would you long ETH beta place? So, you know, the thing is, now we're gonna play the casino, right? It seems like we're playing the casino roulettes and everything. You never know which one is going to hit, right? You have the alts that are holding. This is the alts that I'm, you know, mainly interested in. I don't really like, I like Doge, for example. Doge has been doing very well. Look at the take profits, entirely smashed completely. That was a very good trade. So take profit entirely smashed. What did I say? 0.5. This is it, right? This is where I want to be out from this trade, from this exit, always leaving a runner, right? What is that? Control Z. Why is it not working? Always leaving a runner for this, right? Because I do have higher targets for Doge, but that doesn't mean that price is not going to pull back. You know, Doge can pull back even 30% and still be bullish, right? But eventually we have to see that pullback. So that's what I'm looking at. I want to re-enter at a lower price. I want to get back in on a lower price. But as far as my targets for Doge Gold, 3.5, right? 0.4 at the very minimum. Let's have a look at Solana real quick. So this is the thing that we said yesterday about Solana, right? This big yellow zone over here, massive resistance zone, right? Massive resistance zone. The thing about this zone is, you guys, once we smash that zone, once we smash that zone, we only have pretty much one resistance at around 225 Solana, right? 225 Solana, supply zone at the 236 as well. But coming from the 0.5, we know that this should be smashed. So it is extremely natural for me that we're getting a pullback here from a zone of resistance for Solana as well, even though it's pretty much stealing the show right now. I mean, come on, it's been up like how much? Like over 10%, almost 15% from yesterday. Like massive gains. So it is definitely a bull market, and it's running. Everything is working as per plan, but we also need to continue following the plan and not be FOMOing where we're not supposed to be doing that. Important is that the structures are holding, right? Structures are holding, and everything is just ripping. You know, XRP completely ripped off the range the way it was supposed to. After a rip like that, it is completely natural for price to, you know, consolidate a little bit. And considering how strong XRP is, I don't even know if we're going to get too much of a pullback now from the high, you know, probably to fulfill this imbalance over here. And that's it. Like, I don't even see that much. In case of a complete like droppage, here it is. You have even a buy zone over here, but I'm not even convinced that we're gonna get to that buy zone down here, because that would essentially mean, let's have a look how much from the high to down, like 20%. Well, possible. If it happens, possible. XRP hits $100, huh? Is that what you think, Jacob? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like that'll be some work right there. That'll be some crazy work. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want me to look at any alts right now. I'm open to do that, because I don't know if I'm missing anything else besides the TradFi. We didn't look at the TradFi. We didn't really look at the TradFi. Yeah, gold, what can I tell you? I have many stacked orders for gold. I would like to be long. I would like to be long on gold over here. So yeah, that's that. NASDAQ pulling back a little bit today, actually. Pulling back a little bit today. Still bullish. No confirmation whatsoever for the bears right now, besides liquidity to the downside. But I don't see any other confirmation. In fact, I want price to run to 24,600 before I do anything on the short side, and that's another 5.5% approximately. Yes, Mr. Vane, exactly. What's the extension target for XRP? I don't know. I haven't looked at that actually. Let's have a look to guess. For this, we probably have to go on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, if you just look at it, right? This was from last year. It's holding super strong. Let's have a look from this low to this high, 600%. I don't know, to be honest, this could be a complete surprise to me, because I have no idea how far this could extend. We could potentially pull some fib tools on that. But yeah, I have no idea. It's probably one of the strongest coins out there right now. So I'd say just leave it on price discovery and that's it. No, but $100, no, I don't. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sui, okay, let's look at Sui together real quick. And guys, make sure you like the video. Again, I'm supposed to be reminding you all the time. Sui. Yeah, I mean, again, it's pulling back right now. Let's hope that we have an area here on a daily time frame, which is just above the 0.5, which is 3.58 on Sui. Hopefully that will hold. It will make sense for me for price to drop to that level and retest that level. Let's have a look from the high over here. So that'll be around 15%, maybe a little bit deeper. It's always possible that we get it a little bit deeper, right? We never know if it's going to wick. So, you know, it is potential for like 18% pullback. Completely possible, to be fair, but too many confluences in that area. So I'll be watching over here like 3.6, 3.5. I'll definitely be watching that. In fact, let's mark it over here. No need, because it's really at the 0.5. So but yeah, looking up here, we haven't really we're selling off from a supply zone, but we haven't really tapped into the resistance all here at all. But yeah, pullback. I'm seeing a pullback probably from here down, retest the level, break the level, potentially another pullback at around the 4.6 level. But this is going to make a lot of sense because price is coming from the 0.236. Now, when it's coming from the 0.236, I would expect it to reject around the 0.786, but if it comes down right now and shows extreme support around the 0.5, I might consider that, you know, that price is going to exit at around the 5.4 area and then go into like further price discovery. Now, hello, Peter. I think that's absolutely possible, you guys. If that happens, it would make a lot of sense to me for Sui because, yeah, although it's been performing a little bit strangely, it's still pretty strong right now. It's pretty strong. So, yeah, I would like to see that happen. Retest of the 0.5. So, like we said, another 18% or so, 15 to 18%. And then send it back again. But obviously, all of this could unfold in like a month's time. Do you know what I mean? We just had a massive run. So this pullback could be like taking a while. You know what I mean? It's very possible. Jacob, I think Pengu will be this cycle's coin. Yeah, Pengu's been doing quite crazy actually. Pengu. Let's have a look at Pengu. Down 2.8% on the day. I mean, again, playing the casino. What can I tell you? This is literally playing the casino for me. Like, you know, you're reaching lows that are super extreme. You're breaking out of them over here. You create a low, try to break it, create another lower low, and then send it. Like, it's just, I would have never in a million years seen see that come, you know. You're welcome. Yeah, you know, casino, totally. Like, how are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to know that Pengu is going to extend like absolutely crazy? For some reason, I want to look at whiff. Dog whiff hat. Jesus. Yeah, I was trading that a lot before, but not anymore because it just completely disappointed. But you know, everything is running right now. Like even the weakest things are getting their run right now. So, but yeah, I'm so not interested in this. So not interested. I was before and not anymore. Big cup and handle for Pango is what Mr. Vane is seeing. Yeah, I'll listen to Mr. Vane. If anyone, he's been doing quite well. You know what I want to look at? Banana. Let's have a look at banana. How's banana been doing? $26? Geez, remember when we ran this thing up to like $70? Insane. Right? Then we completely lost the support over here. Lost, retest, send it down, make some sort of a bottom, have a nice nice triangular formation again. You guys, I'm telling you, get the indicators if you haven't, because these things are going to help you. What you need to do is just go in the description box. It's here. Get my, oh no, it's the second one. Get my trading indicators. They're going to help you so much. So much. That's on YouTube. So if you're watching on X, all you need to do is go in my bio. WIF is ready for a big breakout. I don't know, Mr. Vane. Like daily liquidity over here. You know what happens? Daily liquidity, we take it, we retrace. Simple as that. But you know, how deep are we going to support? Sorry, that's banana, not WIF. But yeah, banana. Are we gonna find support at around $20? That would be pretty interesting if we do. I think that's just some degen place, you know. Orgy. Oh, see, I haven't seen that in a while. Haven't seen that in a bit. Oof. Holding for dear life. Holding for dear life. Surprisingly, instead of creating new lows, we're just making a double bottom sort of formation over here. I don't see any liquidity on this. So it's not really something, you know. I think it's just one of the things that just runs because everything else runs. But yeah, it doesn't really give me too much of confidence right now. Levels are holding, so not bad. Not bad, right? You have this level over here that's been holding once. So again, with the indicators, this level formation over here happens on 17th of April, and then it gives you an opportunity for re-entry on 7th of May. Gives you an opportunity again late June, just like everything else started running. All right. Render. Okay, cool. We'll look at render together. Oof, 5.5% down on the day. Still one chart that I like for now. You know, once that's one chart that's retracing a little bit, reacting right now from a little bit of a support zone over here on a daily time frame. However, I'll be looking at a little bit further downside, but that doesn't matter. I mean, the good thing is that whatever happens, like around $4, 3.8 to $4 is supposed to hold down here. It's supposed to hold. Yes, it can go, it can drop a little bit further down, but that still means the area is holding. If we get that, it's going to be really, really nice because we can see that this liquidity is what price is going to be aiming for next. So it probably needs a little bit more fuel, right? To go to $5.5. Price is like, okay, it was a nice run over here. Nice run. We did 80%, 81% almost. In the space of like literally a month, 80% on render. So it will only make sense to me if we pull back right now, get rid of people that are late, just just, you know, punish them, and then head for $5.5, and then you know, we have even higher targets, right? Then we have even $9 on render. So, you know, there is still some stuff to be looking out for sure. But we still have time, and this is what I think is that the pullbacks are absolutely healthy right now. Bitcoin is just being, you know, rangy right now, but honestly, like, I think we should exit here at the very minimum, tap into the CME gap over here and reverse. If not, then we're probably looking at levels a little bit lower, right? A little bit lower. And alts are gonna feel that hard, if you ask me. For sure, you guys. So yeah, make sure you get on Discord. You know what to do. Just scroll down the video, and you can find the waitlist for my mentorship as well. You guys, make sure you sign for the waitlist, because that's where I'm going to teach you my tricks, get the trading indicators, and make sure to join the free Discord. You'll get free access on Discord down here. So yeah, my quant is not around here today, but thank you so much, you guys. I'm glad you found that helpful. My idea is to come here and help you every day as much as I can with the things that I see on the charts, and hopefully that's helpful for you. Since you say that, I'm going to believe you. So I hope you have a great day, and yeah, I'll see you on Discord.